Marlon Brown comes into the Ravens lineup. Lined up on the left side on 3rd and 7. Flacco again. Taken down by Brandon Marshall. This defense was number 2 in the league last year against the rush. Flacco tucks it under. Now trying to escape, but can't. Dragged down from behind by DeMarcus Ware.
That could have been a horse collar when I saw it at first. Sure, he can find a way to do it.
First down. What a tackle by Sylvester Williams. Force it for a loss of a couple with 3 catches. Who would have guessed that? From the pocket. The pass incomplete. He was going for the rookie tight end Max Williams. On 3rd down. They're coming after Flacco, who gets rid of it. No flag. And it's going to bring back out Cook.
Need to get to the quarterback and make him throw it away.
He hasn't converted on his last 7 third down attempts. And he's intercepted by Talib. Aqib Talib has to beat Flacco, and he weaves back to the middle and finds the end zone. Matching pick sixes in this game.
Some guys in, gave Flacco time.
Now 3rd down, over the top he goes. The man is there, and it is intercepted. Ball game for the Broncos. And the former Raven, Darian Stewart.
It's a blitz. They got another good play on, but look at the coverage. That time, Jim, by Bruton.
Allow a touchdown last Sunday. 3rd and goal from the Fonda. Swing it over to Charles. Charles with a couple of defenders there. The ball is out, and it's recovered by Darian Stewart, who saved the game last Sunday with an interception in the final half minute. Knocked loose by David Bruton.
And he's too big and fast, no matter who gets out there and matches up with him.
Had 6 catches for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. As Smith is in trouble, and he gets dropped back at the 35. And there's Ware again. DeMarcus Ware first time around. 2nd and 19. From the pocket, in trouble again, and a flag is out. Might be called on Grubbs as Von Miller.
The big thing is, your defense is tremendous. Play to it, give your team a lead, and Gary Kubiak coming down the field.
Ryan Macklin gets the double whammy. Intercepted. It's Aqib Talib. Back-to-back pass plays by the Chiefs.
Aqib Talib read the quick drop.
They need to find a go-to guy here. Maybe it's Kelsey. He's in trouble. He's got nowhere to go. Look at all the Broncos that busted across the line. 2nd and 7. Puts Josh Bush into the secondary. And it's Macklin looking to throw. Now looking to take off. Macklin speed, but unable to get around Stewart. Smith. That was hit in an upward way, and it's intercepted by Harris, who breaks the tackle, and another one. Finally brought down by Grubbs.
It looks like they're going to throw it.
Yeah, out of the gun. 3 wides. They're going to run.
Oh, it's down.
The ball is out. It is picked up by the Broncos' Roby, and he's in the end zone for an unbelievable touchdown. A flag is out at the line of scrimmage. Scooped it up and took it to the house. No question, it's out.
Brandon Marshall, the linebacker.
It was Marshall. There was Stewart who made the contact, but it's Marshall who reaches around and just pops it out. Charles' 2nd fumble lost tonight.
This will be a training reel for all teams. You know, instead of just, you say, well, let's just run it in case or whatever, the chances of something. They picked up the blitzes.
Smith, they're all over. And they may not even have a chance to reset.
Malik Jackson back there.
Wade Phillips, what a difference he's made. His defense winning it the last 2 weeks. This game is over. This crowd cannot believe it.
And now Stafford goes back into a more conventional shotgun. He's flanked by the rookie Abdullah from behind, and he gets hit and taken down by DeMarcus Ware. So Ware and Miller, the two guys who just come in from the edges from the 23-yard line. And pocket breaks down, and Stafford goes down. That's 2 sacks already. You got DeMarcus Ware and Malik Jackson both there. Now they have a 3rd down and 5. 4-man rush, and the pass is picked off at the 45-yard line. That is Bradley Roby, who takes it back to the 36. It was Roby who picked up the fumble a week ago Thursday in Kansas City and ran it into the end zone for the game-winning score. And Roby with a pick and sets Peyton up with a short field. Touchdown is confirmed. Matt Prater, who came over from Denver, and he has the extra point block. Now you can score on this play under the new rule. And now you got Chris Harris. If he goes all the way to the end zone, which he won't, but he almost did, it would have been a pair of points. Stafford, it's knocked away, and then it somehow winds back up in his arms. And DeMarcus Ware is right there to prevent any advance, and the Lions will have to punt. Play clock at 2. 4-man rush. Stafford throws, and that's broken up. Intended for Johnson, and Talib wins that battle. 16 rushes, 25 yards. That's 1.5 yards per rush. Stafford under pressure, loses the ball, has it stripped. Shaquille Barrett is the guy who is able to get it, extract it, and Denver is going to come up with a recovery. 2nd down and 9. Pressure. Screen set up, but busted up by the Broncos over the middle. Brandon Marshall.
He is a good pass rusher inside.
4-man rush. Stafford fires, tipped, and intercepted. Bruton makes the interception, and Denver has a huge turnover.
He'll throw it. Blitz. Bridgewater. Down he goes. T.J. Ward on the safety blitz. Broncos show blitz. Here they come. Up the middle. Bridgewater in trouble. And he's sacked by Ware. What a start for DeMarcus Ware. Trying to get him going on offense. They like to run reversers to him, too. Bridgewater back to pass. Down he goes again. Shane Ray comes in for the sack, the 3rd of the game for Denver, and his 1st in the NFL. He'll get it. And nowhere to go. Ware all over it. Now John Peterson, 11 carries, 29 yards, and now they put him at the top of the screen as a wideout. Blitz coming, the throw to Peterson, and he goes down. He had no chance. T.J. Ward, the safety, hit him as soon as he caught it. And they fake the snap. Peterson on a sweep, and it's played well by Denver. They were all over it. Von Miller came up, so did Chris Harris. They've got a 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Now the middle breaks down, and Bridgewater goes down. Bridgewater. Time. On the run. No one open, and he's going to slide down and lose probably a yard. 2nd and 1. Bridgewater in trouble, and he's dropped again. The 6th sack of the day. It's Von Miller. Blitz coming. Bridgewater in trouble. Sack. Fumble. It's loose. Broncos have it. Game time. T.J. Ward forced the fumble.
Thus far, and they've been great today. Watch T.J. Ward. He's coming from up top. Teddy Bridgewater worried about Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. Here comes.
A lot of targets for Derek Carr. Carr trying to dodge the rush. Can't. Down at the 20. Malik Jackson had a hold of it. And here is Sebastian Janikowski setting a Raider franchise record with his 241st career game. The 38-yard field goal attempt. Not going to get there.
Well, just the importance of division games now.
Carr under pressure, and he goes down at the 15-yard line. And there is Von Miller, and lost the ball. The Broncos recovered it. Well, he just took it away. Just took it right away from Derek Carr. Cooper has almost been a no-show. With just 2 catches today. Miller is back on the field as Carr throws, and that's incomplete at midfield, broken up. Carr pulled it down, and he goes down at the 35. Carr over the middle, intercepted by Chris Harris Jr., and there he goes.
You got Janikowski, who's got a booming leg. Get at least 5 yards here to make it a distance that he can work with.
Carr going down, something that he absolutely could not do.
On a 4th and 5 from McCown and the Browns. Play clock down to 1 from the gun. McCown steps up, fires. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Barnidge in a matchup with Ward. Big story for Denver that they are united, but the story will still be a distraction if it continues. Picked off. Aqib Talib. It's a pick 6 and a foot race that Talib will win for the touchdown. The Broncos continue to produce points with their defense. 3rd and 9 for Cleveland. Out of the gun. In trouble. McCown. Brought down at the 45. McCray leading the charge with Brandon Marshall to the 23-yard line. 3 penalties against the Browns. Under 12 minutes to play in the 3rd. McCown has time. End zone. Broken up. Benjamin the target. And Talib. It's a no-fly zone for the Broncos. Johnson in the backfield. McCown, look out. Oh, McCown gets crushed. Loses the football. Shaquille Barrett firing through. In a tie ball game. McCown stepping up. McCown under pressure. McCown heaves it downfield. It's intercepted. David Bruton. McCown forced it under heavy heat. And Denver has got possession with 44 seconds left. Likes interceptions. A pitch. Turbin.
Boy, Turbin almost gave it right back to the Broncos.
Tied at 23 in overtime. McCown devoured. Back in Cleveland territory. Malik Jackson. 3rd and 21. Shotgun for McCown. Steps up, in trouble again, and he's dumped. Browns are moving in the wrong direction. The combination of Smith and Barrett bring down the veteran McCown.
Mason tonight. Barrett, 2nd down and 10. Play clock at 1. Quick flip into the slot, and Randall Cobb is smothered. Taken down by McCray as we take a look at the Broncos defense. Rodgers, who normally averages about 8.5 yards a pass, averaging 3 in the first half, and they begin with an Eddie Lacy run that goes nowhere. And they finally get to Rodgers. Antonio Smith, the first guy in there. First sack for Denver tonight. They lead the league with 27. And now Rodgers throws, and that's batted down. And on the back end, Denver's done a magnificent job in the secondary. They start this drive, and look out, and he loses the ball. It's loose in the end zone, and Green Bay comes up with it, but this is going to be a safety as Rodgers comes up with it in the end zone. But he was hit at first by DeMarcus Ware. And on the back end, Denver's done a magnificent job in the secondary. They start this drive, and look out, and he loses the ball. It's loose in the end zone, and Green Bay comes up with it, but this is going to be a safety as Rodgers comes up with it in the end zone. The Eagles visit the Cowboys. Now Rodgers bumped, banged, battered, and bruised. Knocked down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5. And it's Gore again, and he's immediately into the arms of Malik Jackson.
He wants this one-on-one matchup.
3rd and 6. Pass deflected. Jackson makes plays back-to-back. A tackle for a loss and a knockdown. Not even talking hurry-up offense. The Colts had retreated, huddled. First down carry. Backed up this time. Luck's not getting away this time. That's DeMarcus Ware. All-time record. Here's Gore on a 2nd and 10 run. Completely covered up by that front line. And stepping up as well as Trevathan. First down for the Colts. They toss it here to Gore. He's tripped up by Ward, who came up and was able to.
That's especially 43. Really a safety, very good around the line of scrimmage.
He's at the top on Hilton, 3rd and 2. From here would be a 55-yard field goal, but they had to go that way. Going long for Moncrief, and he's unable to hold on. Broken up at the last moment by Roby.
First and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. Smith outside, and DeAnthony Thomas with no room.
A quick throw to the outside.
Alex Smith has thrown 8 straight incomplete passes. Under pressure, and he goes down back at the 43, and that's Von Miller.
Play of the drive on a 3rd and 9. Cutler steps up, trying to run, and he's spun down by Wolf. Cutler could not break free. 10:50 to play in this first half. Fast-moving first half in Chicago. Cutler, clean pocket, over the middle, broken up. Bennett, and a matchup with Ward, the 2-time Pro Bowler. Here's Cutler, the throw. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Danny Trevathan brought down. Just the 6th interception of the season for Cutler, who has limited the mistakes. And that's a big one there on a 15-yard return. From the gun. Cutler throws it. Incomplete. Target was Wilson. Cutler backpedals. Steps up. Cutler pump fake. Upstairs. Knocked away. It's incomplete. The Bears come up empty on 4th down, and Denver will take over deep in its own territory. And it sets up Chicago with a 1st and 10 inside the Denver 35. Cutler, it was slapped away and picked off. Miller gets a piece, and Malik Jackson is there. The Bears turn it over with 2:23 remaining. Going against the best defense this year statistically in the NFL. Langford denied. The Broncos with the stop.
Yeah, T.J. Ward from his safety spot, totally unblocked, dove at the legs of Langford, and Langford never had a shot.
He starts this drive from the 20-yard line. Under pressure, down he goes. He gets sacked by number 95, Derek Wolfe.
Still trying to replace Dion Lewis. It has not been easy.
Gone for the year, and what a tackle there by Derek Wolfe. Comes in again and bursts through to take Bolden down behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. And Brady's going to get sacked at the 13. Von Miller.
He also has that high ankle sprain. 2nd down and 7 with a gain of 8. And they got Gates. Incomplete because of the hit by the missile in the secondary. Darian Stewart, what a hit. There's 3rd and a long 5 here. Looking into the Bronco nickel. Another cross. Grabbed by Inman. They call it incomplete, even though Aqib Talib. Look out. They jump on him at the 45-yard line. With a sack right there, who else? Von Miller, 8th of the season. 4 in the secondary. Gordon. Nice defensive play coming through. Shaq Barrett. 6 defensive backs for Denver. Rivers hit as he threw, looking for Woodhead with the coverage on the play by David Bruton Jr. 1st and 10. Gordon back in, Rivers in congestion, intercepted, picked off on the play, Danny Trevathan to the house. It's the 5th pick 6 thrown by Rivers this season. Trevathan. Rivers is 6 of 12, going to the air here. It's 2nd down and 17, and down he goes. Well, Barrett was there, Smith was there, Rivers found Hurst in the block at the left tackle, going deep this time. They look for separation, looking for Floyd, broken up by Talib. And he's hurt. Also, Stewart was back there.
Just haven't been able to get anything really going against this Denver defense.
2nd down and 5. Here's the Heisman runner-up from a season ago, Gordon once again. And oh, did he fumble the ball? Yes, he did. Denver's got it. And coming through, Von Miller got the ball. 6 defensive backs for the Broncos. Woodhead in. Quick slant, caught by Floyd. Hit on the play by Roby. And takes the ball down to the 26, and a fumble on the play. He coughed it up and recovered by Denver. The league is big into this. Woodhead in the backfield, 3rd down and 8. Look out. Miller's got him. Miller brings him down with his 2nd sack today.
Not a lot, but never to the big guys.
4th and 1. Rivers moving up.
Here it is.
Grabbed, and Shane Ray had him. And brings him down. Shane with his 3rd sack. Head over heels with excitement for Ray.
3rd in the NFL on 3rd down conversion. Just at the 3rd and 5. Rush coming. Carr loses the football. Austin Howard is there. They're going to limit him to about 20 plays today. Carr, deep drop. Out of the pocket. Carr is sacked. Derek Wolfe, hungry. Carr in trouble. Carr takes the sack back at the 48. Shotgun for Carr. Carr hooks a pass. Cooper couldn't locate it in a matchup with Talib. Oakland up by 3. Shotgun for Carr. Knocked down.
Well, Malik Jackson started the game doing exactly that.
It's a handoff. Murray, and it fooled no one.
Roethlisberger, he is going to be taken down with flags raining down on that area.
And 2 guys back there, 2 guys. Well, that puts all the corners, puts Roby back on the slot receiver, and Chris Harris on Antonio Brown.
Middle of the field, and a diving attempt at a pick. They say it is. It's Bush. Josh Bush wrestled down by Wheaton at the 50.
Marcus Wheaton. My first look tells me that is a catch. Did it hit his hand?
It looked like it hit his hand. It looked like a left shoulder injury for Osweiler, probable to return. Draw. Williams. Broncos are there. Brandon Marshall. Pressure again. They've got hold of him.
Little Dwight Freeney spin move that time on the outside.
Tip of the hat to Michelle and her family and all the military folks around the world as we got flags flying and Roethlisberger falling back near the 30. Or are they going to throw it here? They're coming in on him. And it is intercepted. The Broncos defense has the football. And Ben can't believe he did it. Brandon Marshall with the pick.
DeMarcus Ware now bottom of your screen, trying to get in there and make a play for Denver. He's going to be part of the tackle here as they'll stop Hill. Biggest college football games of the year, Thursday and Friday. From the 17, A.J. McCarron. Flushed, sacked. Brought down with a loss of a couple of yards. He wants a face mask flag on Malik Jackson, who brought him down. Often in these early downs now. Here comes Stewart showing pressure again. McCarron sideline throw incomplete. Roby with the coverage on Marvin Jones. Barrett unblocked coming in. Hill the catch. Loss of 3. Roby, Bradley Roby, the tackle. 2nd and 11. Now pressure. McCarron is sacked. Brought down by Derek Wolfe out of Cincinnati from college. Got a Cincinnati man here in the pros tonight. 8:10 to go. McCarron throws it to Sanu. Marvin Jones could not get a block, and Harris makes the tackle. 6 offensive linemen, including Ogbuehi, in on this one. McCarron. Sack! Vance Walker in motion. McCarron lost the ball. If the Broncos recover, they win. Ware's on it, and the Broncos are in the playoffs.
What a way to lose a football game. Center quarterback exchange. Team comes into this one at 4 and 11. 2nd and 5. Quick hit. On him right away is Wolfe. Their right tackle. 3rd and 4.
It's a big foot.
And this is a big throw to Gage, and it's knocked out of his hands by Stewart. Stacked receivers, 3 of them on the left. And that's the way that Rivers goes, and Floyd unable to come down with it as Roby helped rip it out of his hands. As the D coordinator under Marty Schottenheimer. And the defense of Phillips comes in with Wolfe and company making the sack near the 5-yard line. Of course, a Kansas City win and a Denver loss gives the Chiefs the division. Rivers again in a pickle. And decked at the 50.
Of Denver trying to create a little space to move in.
Bunch package to the right, but they go to the left, and it's knocked out by Roby, incomplete. It's a Colts first-round pick back 7 years ago. Rivers had time, and then they come in on him, and Von Miller makes the sack back at the 20. Loss of 8.
So you need to try to pick up this 4th down.
Watch for Gates. Ward is on him. Here's the 4th down throw, and it's in and out of the hands of Woodhead. Webster helped break it up, making back-to-back plays. Finalized based on this outcome. That's Woodhead. Knocked down for a loss of 1 by Todd Davis, and we're going back to JB and Boomer in New York. Showing blitz. Will they do so? Ward backs off. They rush only 3. Here's Rivers in trouble. Down the middle, he's intercepted. It's picked off by Ko. Shiloh Ko sidesteps Woodhead and is tackled down at the 23. All games in 2010 and 11. 2nd and 13 over to Woodhead. One wiggle, but does not fool Trevathan, who makes the tackle as we approach the 2-minute warning. He's the first one off the line of scrimmage. Gates here on the right side. Here's the 4th and 6 play. Rivers has the time, now breaking down on him, and puts it in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Harris almost had the interception, but they're better off on the turnover on downs.
Usually do to keep Pittsburgh from getting those big plays.
Quick toss over to Wheaton, and he is hit right away by T.J. Ward. They bring James into the backfield, 4th and 1. A little play action. Roethlisberger goes down the field, and it is knocked away. Broken up at the last moment by Talib. Looked like Wheaton might have a play on the football.
Pittsburgh looking number 73. Ramon Foster taps the center.
Roethlisberger has the time, and the pass incomplete. He's got Talib on him. Then looks that way, and he looks up, and he's tackled by Antonio Smith.
We've seen that so far here today.
3rd and 8. Pressure, and they got him again. Derek Wolfe, who just got a contract extension on Friday. They have had now 4 big plays in this game, the Steelers. And unable to hold on to it, Miller got it away just in time. Goes to the end zone, and it's knocked down by Talib, denying Martavis Bryant. Midway third quarter with Pittsburgh leading it. It's Toussaint. He waited, but nothing developed. Trevathan went laterally with him. Todman is the running back next to Roethlisberger. Going to pitch it to him. Todman reverses course. This may cost him. Staying with him was Ware, DeMarcus Ware.
Now that you got to be the first option, they're spreading the football around to all the guys today.
Here's a handoff to Toussaint. Ball is on the ground and recovered by Ware. Cody Wallace tried to fight for it. Looked like Ware had it. It was Roby who charted out of his hands. They get to him, and Roethlisberger tries to shuttle it to Gilbert. It's picked up by Miller. The play is ruled down. The offensive coordinator at Cincinnati, now the head coach of the Browns. 3rd and 14. And Brady's going to look down the field, looking for options from behind to get to him. It's Derek Wolfe again.
Somebody needs to chuck him to slow him down so the offensive line can take care of it.
It's a 2nd and 10. From the pocket, it's picked off, and it's Miller with the interception. The screen on Gronkowski. Keep an eye on that matchup. Brady looking around, and he is taken down. Ware was there. The two guys on the outside, Ware and Miller combined. So far, the Patriots today, 8 carries by the backs. The biggest run was by Brady. He's hit when he throws it, and it leads to an interception by Stewart. It was Malik Jackson who knocked down Brady. Hit a Kansas City player. He might want to tell the league, what about that one? First down, Brady with pressure. Gets it away to the end zone, and it's incomplete. White was the receiver. Is being guarded here by Harris Jr. 3rd and 10, incomplete as they were going back to Amendola. 6:42 to go, quarter number 3. And Brady fields the snap from the 8, and he's in trouble. And he's hit hard by Von Miller. Gronkowski back out here for 3rd and 10. Manning is sacked yet again. 1st and 10, Patriots, 25-yard line. White covered up right away. Trevathan alongside Brady. Pocket collapsing. Brady throws it off his back foot, and it's tipped away. They were going for Gronkowski. He had 3 Broncos around him, and Gronkowski claims it was contact. Takes them to the Super Bowl. Here's Brady, rolling out, rolling and throwing. It's tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by Roby. He lost the football back at the 20, but it doesn't matter. It was tipped by Talib, and the Denver defense saves it at the end.
18 carries a game. Mike Tolbert is in. He's on a wing to the right. And the Panthers have a 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure, and they've gotten to him. The ball is out in the end zone, and it's recovered by Malik Jackson for the touchdown. It was Von Miller with the strip sack, and Jackson with the recovery.
Here it comes. Mike Rimmers just can't get there fast enough. And Cam Newton
on the high side. 3rd down and 8. Here comes DeMarcus Ware after him. And the Broncos get to him again. Darian Stewart.
Or we did during the regular season and so far here in the playoffs.
Denver has sacked Newton on the last 2 3rd down occasions. 3rd and 4. And in and out of the arms of Cotchery as he was hit by Bradley Roby. 3rd and 12. Pass knocked down. That's Darian Stewart jumping in front of Olsen.
And get a personal foul on himself.
From the 49, that's Tolbert. And he fumbles, and Trevathan is there with the recovery. Carolina 1 out of 6 on third down. It's 3rd and 10. He guns it, and it's incomplete. It was a battle for the football. Bradley Roby was in there to break it up from Brown. 2nd and 10, and that will close out the half as DeMarcus Ware pile drives Cam Newton to the ground.
That's why Aqib Talib backs off sometimes.
Made all kinds of plays in the NFC title game against Arizona, not just catching the football. Newton, he's got Broncos on him right away, and the ball ruled down, even though it was recovered by Michael Orr. Now in the middle, and it is intercepted by T.J. Ward. Went through the hands again, and he fumbles it. Picked up by Trevathan, who had a recovery in the first half. Trevathan has the football. Here comes the pressure. Nowhere to go. And Newton's down at the 22. Wolf and Miller for a 3rd and 10. Got the time. And it's incomplete. And Ginn's looking around and saying, wait a minute, where was the flag? It's a 3rd and 9. Rushing forward, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. Picked up by T.J. Ward at the 4-yard line. Vaughn Miller did it again.
Here he comes, number 58. Vaughn Miller against Mike Remmers one more time. Cam Newton didn't feel it, didn't step up. You get to 24 because of the defensive plays. No question about that. All the opportunities Denver's defense has created.
And it's Jackson, and then Ware wrapping him up at the 5.